inside. We're on the outside. Much deeper. Nearly spins. Side by side here. The wins on his second outing. The hoop spins.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. We're racing again in the cup, in 10 controls. As always, I'm joined by Adam. Say hello.
What's going on?
Now today, the cup drivers bring themselves to Hungary. What's your thoughts about this track and how these guys are gonna have to deal with it?
Well, it's an interesting track. It's got a lot of hairpins. Obviously, turn 1 is a hairpin. Turn 3 is a hairpin. Through the final sector, you've got turns 13 and 14 are hairpins. But the middle sector is really kind of it's very technical. You got turn 4, 5, 6, and 7, which Tony Richet is going through now. You really got to keep the tires underneath you. If we have weather, it could obviously be very slippery. So it'll be an interesting race.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how these guys deal with it. And on a track like Hungary, qualifying is ever more important. You want to get yourselves higher up on the start of the race on the grid, because overtaking is really difficult. And even with DRS, you'll have a tough time. But let's look. Here's Tony Richet about to start and set his first banker lap of the qualifying session. Now, Tony Richet, he's got 3 race wins so far for Prime. He's a one-man team, and Prime haven't managed to find him a teammate. So, in terms of the championship, he's basically carrying Prime on his back.
Absolutely, it's been a really impressive season for Tony Richet. He's certainly got to be the favorite here in Hungary. He won last time out in Saudi Arabia. He won in Bahrain. He won in Silverstone. So, I mean, he's got to be the favorite. He's just got that Prime Motorsport machine. It's just so fast.
Yeah, and let's see if you can make that win tally up to 4 today. Now we have a couple new guys on the grid, new team in the VF1 racing community. We'll see how these guys fare. Obviously, those guys are on Xbox, so that's representing the platform there. They've got the PlayStation team APPF1, so kind of an Xbox versus a PlayStation rivalry. But there's Tony Richet around the final corner. First time is going to be a 15.0.
That's not too bad, as we say. AMS Anthony, Octavian Ursu for 10 controls. He's headed through that first sector, turns 2 and 3. He's really got to keep the power down, make sure he does a good job of keeping it nice and tidy as we watch Gloomy for OGK out of the final corner. Beautiful blue car opens DRS up to the line. It's a 16-2. Not a bad lap for Gloomy. Oh, that's XRP of the new... The newest league. He goes around.
VF1. Oh, we got disqualified. No.
Oh
man,
that's a tough start for VF1. Yeah.
That is just the game. He just got EA'd. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Well, not a great start for VF1. That's Jordan there out of the session already, and a couple guys about to cross the line now. First guy for NS1, Antonio Brancati, sets a 15.8. Dallin McTeer. That's a 15.9. Melon, we're going to put in a 15.5.
No name across the line for ARL with a 15.9. Romeo across the line with a 15.8. We watch Alex Fox Johnson in that beautiful pink or purple ARL machine work his way through the final sector. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead. Shouldn't affect his lap, though. Through the final couple of corners, he runs a little bit wide on the exit of turn 13. He got a good exit out of 14. He'll have a tiny bit of slipstream out of the final corner up to the line, and then it's a 15-9. Everybody except Tony Richey really seems to kind of be in the same the same time bracket, it seems.
Yeah, he's in a different field right now. Half a second on P2. Tony Richey is ready.
He's in an entirely different zip code as we watch Mahatch through sector number 1. A 17-0, not a bad first sector for that VRL machine. Through turns 6 and 7, keeping it nice and tidy across the curbs. He got a little bit wide on the exit. That might slow him down just a tenth or two. Margins here so far in this qualifying session are so fine. It's about 4/10 of a second between 2nd and 8th as we watch Mahatch through the final couple of corners. Dark blue, light blue VRL machine trying to get himself a pole. He ran well last week in Saudi Arabia, or he ran well yesterday in Tier A at Saudi Arabia, and it's a 15-4.
It's a very nice time there for Andre. Puts himself up to P2 for Virtual Racing League. They're 2 and 4 right now, and the championship leaders 10 controls, 3 and 4. Virtual's not far behind. They've been getting some good points finishes as a team, so doing good in the championship. Thank you, VF1 Matthew, and this is Vale for the follows.
Sit in pit lane. We'll watch AMS Anthony work his way through sector number 1.
Yeah, AMS Anthony hasn't set time yet for VF1 yet. Oh, and he spun it. And he smacked into the wall.
Just like his teammate. See if he can get it going without disqualifying him.
In this qualifying session.
He's able to get it going without disqualifying himself. As watch Gloomy in the OGK machine warming up his tires, getting ready to go for a second flying lap. Gloomy's had a good season so far. A couple points finishes. He's certainly looking for more here in Hungary as he heads into turn number 1. Takes the right-hand dive through turn 1. Gloomy on the DRS, using a little bit of ERS. See if this OGK machine has anything for Tony Richey. Out of turn number 3. Up to the sector 1 line. He's a 10th down, and that certainly isn't going to help him.
Yeah, not at all. Now, as I'm looking at the championship, Tennessee Esports 9 points ahead of Virtual Racing League. So the championship is very, very close.
You said 10 points or 9 points? 9 points is incredibly close.
Yeah.
Especially when you got two drivers. Yeah. But Gloomy through the final couple of corners. He needs a ton of time through sector number 3 to have a shot at provisional pull. Out of the final corner, Gloomy up to the line. He picked up almost 0.2 of a second, but still down in 10th as his teammate JP through sector number 3. He's picked up 0.3 of a second. He is almost a full second back on Mahatch in second. So JP's going to have to find a ton of time through this final sector. Around the final corner. That dark blue OGK machine up to the line. And he will stay right where he's at.
Here's Tony Richey going for his second qualifying lap of the session. He's already got a 4/10 margin to P2. But he's trying to extend it. See how low he can get. He's going to be looking at the 14s now. With just a 700th improvement. He's got a bit wide there. And a little bit squirrely on the exit. Wide again. He's over the curb. And he's going to have to back out of that one. Oof.
He did He did a fantastic job of saving that car. So we watch Octavian Ursu through turn number 1. 10 controls machine currently sitting in third. I believe he's half a second down on Tony Richet. As it is, let's see what his Sector 1 time is. He's had a good run so far. He picked up nearly a tenth of a second, but he's gonna be searching for a little bit more time as he heads through Sector 2, through turns 6 and 7 as we watch Ghost up to the line. He's improved to 8th. Alex Fox Johnson now around turn number 13. The purple ARL machine out of the final corner. DRS open up to the line. Where does Fox Johnson slot in? He'll slot in 6th. Octavian Ursu now through the final 2 corners. He's been fast so far today. He's half a second down on Tony Richet. Let's see if he can challenge for provisional pole. And he was unable to. No name, though, for ARL goes up to second with a 15.3. We watch Romeo Gagliotti through the final couple of corners. Andre Mahach now through turn 12. 13 and 14. He's got traffic behind him. Nobody in front of him, though. Let's see if Mahach can take provisional pole with 6 minutes to go in Q1. And he did not improve. Not the ideal finish to your second flying lap for Andre Mahach.
And Anthony there finally getting a time on the board for VF1, puts himself up to 9th. He's going to have a chance, I believe, to do one more lap throughout the 5-minute mark. He's going to be able to go into the pits and swap his tyres out for some fresh new ones and go for a final flyer.
So heading into these final flying laps, Ariam, what do you think we're going to see?
Well, I think right now it looks like the pole position is just out of reach. We've got a huge fight for the rest of the positions, though. You can see the front row is basically the pole position for the rest of the field. And it's really, really close. You see between third and fourth, there's 6 thousandths. And then another half a tenth. Fifth, another half a tenth to 6th. And then 6th to 8th are within 200th. So it's very, very close in the rest of the top 10.
So it will be a very interesting final 5 minutes here in Hungary. Who will get pole position for round number 7? Watch gloomy through the end of sector number 2. Round 6, sorry. Gloomy's picked up 0.3 of a second. OGK Machine on a flyer. He's going to need all 0.3 of a second. Currently, that would put him into 9th. Out of the final corner. That dark blue OGK Machine up to the line. He's 6th.
A very, very nice lap.
He improved by half a second.
Yeah, that's just what he needed. He was down at the bottom with his teammate, but then 15.5 is not too bad. I think that's going to be his final lap of the session. It's going to be early, so you're going to see some people improve to go in front of him, but not bad at all. Not bad at all.
No, it's not. I would... Well, he's racing back to the pits right now. It might not be his final lap of the session. It'd be close, though.
Yeah, it'd definitely be close.
Everybody currently in the pits. Ghost will be the first car out on a lap. Currently sitting down in 11th. APP F1 Machine. He's had some good results so far. His teammate, His teammate
Banter
Banter
Brandon.
Braden down in 13th. Gold, red, and black car.
A good looking car, very shiny.
Absolutely, I
well.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the field leaving it quite late to go out the pits. Obviously a short track, so a very long out lap. With a 1 minute 15, you can be leaving the pits at about 1:45. You only need half a minute slower lap than your hot lap, so you can take it very, very nice and casual. And you see a lot of the guys heading out now, including Tony Roche, front provisional pole sitter.
Ghost around the final corner. He gets ready to start his final flying lap. Gold APP F1 machine. Got a black kind of cockpit area, red front wing, red rear wing. As he heads down into turn number 2. Looks like a clean lap so far for Ghost. He'll have a little bit of traffic maybe at the end of the lap. He heads to the end of sector 1. He's up by a 1/10.5. He's going to need a tiny bit more. AMS Anthony is the next car in front on the timing sheet, and Anthony is just under a 1/10.5 in front. So currently he would be sitting in 10th. See if he found any more time through sector 2. He did not. He lost a little bit of time. He's only half a 10th up. Ghost, it looks like, is not going to challenge for pole through the final couple corners. See what kind of time the APP F1 machine can do up to the line. And he did not improve.
Yeah, he lost too much time in the final 2 sectors. A 1.5 tenth improvement turned into a lap that was 300 slower in the end. Tony Roche, he's setting up for his final lap. He's 200s up. He's improved. See the rest of the three there bunching up in the final corner, getting ready to go.
Tony Roche shouldn't encounter any traffic on this lap as we watch Romeo Gagliotti through turn 7. No name now. Up to the sector 1 line. He is up by 2/100ths of a second as Tony Roche's invalidated his lap. So if no name Romeo Octavian or Andre Mahach can put in a really good lap, they could take provisional pole. Super Gaming vaults himself up to second with a 15-2. Romeo Gagliotti around the final corner. Can the 10 controls machine put himself on pole? Up to the line. Did he do it?
He's just
No,
gone up to 4th, yeah. 15-4 for Romeo. He's gone up to 4th from 6th. No name in the final corner. Has he got an improvement in him? Can he get on the front row? Can he get on pole? He's going to cross the line. It's going to be a 279, just a 100th from Super Gaming, but it's not going to be enough to get on the front row. Enough for P3 though. Andre, Super Gaming's teammate for Virtual. He's in the final sector. What can he pull out the bag of Tabanusu? He's improved, but he's not done enough either. He's only 100th back from Super Gaming. And no name. Andre through the final corner. Can he get enough? The margins are tight. Has he got enough of an improvement? He's crossing the line. A 15-3, and it's going to be enough for P5. Splitting the 10 controls drivers, but after all that, Tony Roche going to take pole position here in Hungary. Super Gaming on the front row for Virtual.
That was a wild final couple of minutes.
Man, it's super close there.
I enjoyed that.
Look at that. P2 to P4 within 200ths of a second. P6 to P8 within 200ths of a second. Within a 10th, P9 as well.
Yeah.
And P10.
Yeah. P1 to P10 is half a second, so it's obviously super close.
Let's see how these guys do in the race. Obviously, it's a different story. We don't know how the weather is either. Hungary does like to bring different conditions. So, see how it is.
We would love the track to be just a little bit damp enough for the intermediates. Obviously, you know, the wet tires would cause mass chaos. You know, we're not a huge fan of chaos, and it's bone dry. So get ready to go from the Hungaroring in Budapest, I believe. Cars beginning to grid up to go to the 5 red lights to take us away for round number 6 of the 10 Controls Cup. We will wait just a tiny bit longer.
Yeah, just people probably loading in.
Mm-hmm.
We do have our console players.
Yeah. The Xbox players.
Mainly the PlayStation ones that have the long load time.
Ah. We get ready to go here from Hungary. Round number 6 kicks off now. Cars grid up 35 laps around the Hungaroring. Tony Richet on pole. 5 red lights are out, and away we go. Tony Richet gets a drive-through penalty for a jump start. Super Gaming got an okay start on the inside. Tony Richet's going to lead him into turn number 1. That's No Name trying to go around the outside of Super Gaming. Super Gaming's around. He made contact with Tony Richet in turn number 1. They'll go 3 wide further back. That was one of the APP F1 cars on the outside, as Antonio Brancati trying to get around Romeo through turn number 2. Antonio will have the preferred line through turn 3, and the NSR machine up into the top 5. As Alex Fox Johnson now chasing after Octavian Ursu. He's right in the tire tracks of the 10 Controls machine. Through turn number 5 and 6, ARL trying to make a move. No Name running second, Fox Johnson running 4th. It's all ARL up front right now. Tony Richet, Fox Johnson also has a drive-through penalty. As we watch farther back, JP gets loose on the curb. Coming out at turn number 9, Andre Mahach trying to go up the inside of Romeo Galliotti. But at the end of lap number 1, it will be No Name, the leader, followed by Octavian Ursu as Gloomy spins around. That's the exit of turn number 12. The No Name up front, followed by Octavian Ursu, Alex Fox Johnson, Antonio Brancati, and Romeo Galliotti and Dallin McTeer is your top 5.
Yeah, and Alex Fox Johnson and Tony Richet going into the pits there to serve their drive-through penalty. That's going to hurt them. They've got a lot of time to make up. We see that's JP and Anthony fighting together, the 2 cars in blue. Anthony's got ahead, and hold on, because Jordan there, he's gone up to P9. He's up 7 spots.
Well, that spin by Super Gaming, I think, really kind of backed up the field. And Jordan was able to go around the outside, pick up a bunch of spots in turn number 1. He's up to 9th. Let's see how that machine, the VF1 machine, does. As Super Gaming back in 12th, he dropped 10 spots since the start. Honestly, at this point, it's just a recovery drive for Super Gaming, as he's right on the gearbox of JP through turn number 10. Not going to be close enough to make a move into turn 11, the VRL machine. That light and dark blue, contrasted with the black and dark blue of JP in the OGK car. Banter Braden up to 7th as Octavian Ursu sets the fastest lap of the race. AMS Anthony now the fastest lap of the race. Mahach will go to the inside of Romeo Galliotti in turn number 1. They almost made contact, but Romeo will hold it tough around the outside, and Romeo will keep 4th.
Jordan there. He's gone on the curb. He's almost spun it. His teammate behind. He's going to go around him. That could have been very, very bad. He nearly collected his teammate with that spin. He's caught up to Ghost, but that's going to hurt him. You're going to have to do more catching up because of that.
AMS Anthony in 9th just ran the fastest lap of the race, so it'll be interesting to see how he is able to climb his way up through the field. Super Gaming kind of at the back of this train. It seems like this train is led by AMS Anthony. As they run through turn number 9, back up front, it's No Name. He's got a half a second advantage as JP will go to the... It will end up on the outside of Super Gaming. Super Gaming went up the inside in turn number 11, and Super Gaming up to 11th.
Yeah, Super Gaming's got a recovery drive on his hands after losing so many spots. You can see he has more pace, but he's going to have to pull off hell of an overtake through the field.
He is able to get around JP in turn number 11. He'll now chase after the VF1 cars as No Name continues to lead. Banter Braden looking to the outside of Dallin McTier in turn number 2. The APPF1 machine can't get the move done. He'll currently settle for 7th as we run lap number 4 here in Hungary. Back up front, it's No Name, followed by Octavian Ursu half a second behind, Antonio Brancati only 0.8 of a second behind Ursu, and Romeo Gagliotti only 0.9 of a second behind Brancati. So it's very close up front. You could realistically, it's pretty much a DRS train. Everybody within DRS range down to Tony Richet. You could cover this field with a blanket as AMS Anthony gives chase. He'll look to the outside of Ghost in turn 13. He's unable to get the move done. AMS Anthony hoping for DRS down the main straightaway. Everybody will have DRS. He'll use a little bit of the ERS. It looks like Ghost scoots away just by about a car length or so down the main straightaway. Andre Mahatch to the inside of Dallin McTier in turn number 1. The VRL machine got the move done, and he's up to 5th.
Great move there for Andre, getting past Dallin McTier, but he's lost time ahead, and these guys have broken away. There's about 3 trains formed now from that one singular one that there was before for the whole field. You go for an overtake, you end up losing time for both of you, it seems.
That's the way it looks so far, is Dallin McTier running in 6th. He's got the 2 APPF1 cars behind him, followed by the 2 VF1 machines in 9th and 10th. AMS Anthony and Jordan in 10th. VRL's Super Gaming in 11th. And OGK's JP and Darth Human at the back of this train as AMS Anthony really closed up to the back and goes through turn 12. He'll go to the inside in 13, and AMS Anthony is up into 8th.
Great move there. An unorthodox overtaking spot, but he'd got a very nice exit. So he went for it. There's Octavian also trying to go round the outside of No Name. No Name leaves him just about enough room. These guys are going to side by side now, down towards turn 2. Octavian Ursu, he's got another dose of DRS. Now he's back on the inside. Him and No Name, leaving no margin out. He's getting his elbows out. It looks like Octavian Ursu's just about done it. He's gone up to 1st.
Octavian made a little bit of contact through turn 2. He was on the outside of turn 3 and slammed the door on No Name. So Octavian Ursu up to the lead. No Name running 2nd. He's just about 0.4 of a second behind him. But it looks like these top 2 have separated themselves from Antonio Brancati as Super Gaming now right on the back of Jordan through turn number 7. Wonder if maybe he's getting a little bit of arrow wash through these couple of corners. The VRL machine trying to close in, trying to claw his way back inside the top 10 as No Name begins to fall behind Octavian Ursu. Super Gaming will looked to the inside of Jordan in turn 13, thought better of it, and he'll have to settle for DRS down the main straightaway. He started 7th. He spun on lap 1 in corner 1. He's trying to find his way back up through the field, but it looks like Jordan's going to have a run on Ghost. Jordan to the inside of Ghost in turn 1. Ghost was a little bit surprised he was there. They'll make contact out of turn number 1. Ghost, as Super Gaming, will make it 3 wide in turn 2. Super Gaming trying to get both of them, and he will. He'll slam the door in turn number 3, and Super Gaming will pick up 2 spots tonight.
Super Gaming, a double overtake there. He just waited for the opportunity, and it's finally struck for him. Gone up to 9th because of that. Very, very good. Very well timed.
JP currently sitting in 12th as one of the APP F1 machines, I believe that might have been Ghost, got a little bit loose out of turn 7. JP right behind Jordan, following behind Ghost. They run through the end of Sector 2. AMS Anthony up to 8th. He's behind Banter Brayton in 7th. It's about 0.4 of a second as Jordan ran really wide through turn 13. VF1 car, the white and the blue, it looks a little bit like an old Williams, giving chase on Ghost as we run lap number 8. Everybody on the hard tires. They all started on the hard tires. They all remain on the hard tires. We've not had a safety car yet today.
Now pay attention because Tony Richet, he's making it up to the back of this train. Only 2.5 seconds out from Gloomy.
He is making it back. He is making it back up to the back of this train. The fighting that has gone on between Ghost, Jordan, and JP really has allowed him to close up to the back of the train. But it looks like up front, Octavian Arsu and No Name have separated themselves just ever so slightly from Antonio Brancati in 3rd and Romeo Gagliotti in 4th. To watch AMS Anthony, he's right in the tire tracks of Banter Brayton through turn 13. The APP F1 car ran a little bit wide on the exit. AMS Anthony, he'll have DRS down this main straightaway if he can use a little bit of his ERS. He'll have a slipstream, but it looks like Banter Brayton just scoots away by a car length or 2.
Yeah, that's the deal with a DRS train like that. There's just no overtaking if the guy ahead of you has DRS and enough ERS.
Jordan currently sitting in 11th, running behind Ghost, the second of the APP F1 cars. Ghost in the final points paying position. He's a 1.5 back of Super Gaming, who made that awesome move up the inside. Looks like everybody kind of filing into a line, settling into the what do you call it? The
Rhythm?
Yes, the rhythm of the race.
Now, Antonio and Romeo, whilst Octavian and No Name were fighting, they've caught up to these two and they've made it a train again. Alan McTeer is trying to make it the train all the way down P6 too, but he's just out of DRS, it looks like.
These top 5, really, Andre Mahach down in 5th. These top 5 are, as Tony Richet sets the fastest lap, the top 5 are really kind of in a zip code of their own right now. They're a 2.5 from Dallin McTeer, as Jordan right behind Ghost as they head through turn 3. The VF1 car trying to close in, pick up another position. Banter Brayton, though, he's under pressure from AMS Anthony. Tony Richet at the back of this train. He did caught it. Alex Fox Johnson still 2.5 seconds to the rear of Tony Richet, but Tony Richet caught the back of the pack. as Banter Braden made a little bit of a mistake. AMS Anthony sweeps around the outside through turn 10. What a beautiful move from the VF1 car.
Yeah, very, very well done. AMS Anthony. He's made up so many positions in this race. Gone up 4, his teammate up 5, so good job from VF1 so far.
Tony Richet at the back of this train. He's saved his ERS. Let's see if he can work his way through this train. He'll have ERS. He'll use a little bit of DRS. As Super Gaming on the back of Banter Braden as Tony Richet made the move in turn number 1. He's gotten past Gloomy. 1 down, 14 to go. As Super Gaming trying to catch up to Banter Braden.
I'm wondering how the hell did Tony manage that? He was so far back when we cut away.
I don't know. He broke really late into turn 1 and was able to make it stick.
Alamante gets a 3-second time penalty. He's been trying to catch up to the DRS train. He's been so close from it, and now that 3-second time penalty. If everyone is going to stay this close, you're going to drop right to the back of the field.
He did catch the back of the DRS train. He is within DRS range just barely.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yes, so the NSR car, the second NSR car, Antonio Brancati, currently running in third. The second NSR car has caught the back of the train. Super Gaming will look to the inside of Banter Braden in turn 1. He'll think better of it. Tony Richet still 14th as Ghost and Jordan battle out of turn 1. Side by side they go. The VF1 car on the outside, and they made contact. Jordan tried to slam the door in turn 3, and Ghost wasn't ready to back out of it. And that's going to be costly for Ghost. Darth Cumin now running in 12th. He's got Tony Richet behind him. Everybody is on the same strategy, so nobody has a tire advantage. Tony Richet's car is just that much faster. He'll have a little bit of slipstream out of turn 11. Prime Motorsports car, red and black. Trying to catch Darth Cumin as Super Gaming around the outside of Banter Braden in the final corner. He'll pull away a little bit. He'll defend the inside down the main straightaway. Banter Braden trying to go around the outside in turn 1. Super Gaming will leave him plenty of room on the exit. Banter Braden will keep DRS. He'll go to the inside in turn 3. And I don't know that he was deep enough. Banter Braden will not have the preferred line. Super Gaming will keep it clean. Tony Richet with a double overtake through turns 2 and 3.
That's the second double overtake we've seen through there. Absolutely insane from Tony Richet.
Tony Richet up to 11th as we run lap 13 of 35. Banter Braden currently in 9th. You can see Super Gaming pulling away a tiny bit. Darth Cumin lost all kinds of time. Around he goes.
Yeah, he'd gone off track there, rejoined, and it was right in the sights of Alex. He just didn't break in time. That's Darth Cumin to the back. Not great for XPG.
No, it's certainly not. AMS Anthony currently in 7th. He's caught up to Dallin McTeer. Dallin has really caught up to this train led by Antonio Brancati in 3rd. But it looks like the top 2 have pulled away a tiny bit from this train. AMS Anthony with DRS. You can see the top 2, Octavian Arsu and No Name. Through turn 3, you could just see Antonio in the distance. Not close enough for DRS.
Yeah, these two have pulled away.
They have absolutely pulled away. Dallin McTeer in 6th through turn 6 and 7. Oh, he got loose on the exit of turn 7, and AMS Anthony didn't pounce. So the VF1 car, he decided not. I mean, I think that was a good move, not to try and pounce on the mistake. It's a tight section. There's a high likelihood you're gonna make contact.
I mean, Dallin's 3 seconds ahead is going to really, really hurt right now. He needs this train to pull away as much as possible. I mean, when these guys are going to pit, it's 14 laps now. If I'm guessing, it's going to be around halfway, so around lap 18. Then you can switch to the mediums. Obviously, some guys might try and leave it out a little bit later in case of a safety car. So we have yellow flags, and that's Gloomy.
Gloomy around at the exit of turn number 1. Not a great weekend again for Gloomy. We switch back to AMS Anthony. Right behind Dallin McTeer through turn 6 and 7. He's at the back of this train led by Antonio, who's currently losing time to Octavian and No Name. The leaders have pulled about a 2-second gap back to Antonio. Anthony didn't get a great exit out of turn 11. So I don't know that the DRS is really gonna help him. Through the final couple of corners, back up front, Romeo. Romeo didn't get a good exit out of 14. Andre Mahach has DRS and slipstream. Will he go to the inside? He thought about it. He's right on the gearbox. I'd be surprised if he didn't. If he. I don't know that you could have fit a piece of paper in between those two cars as they ran through turn 1. Banter Braden currently in 9th. Jordan giving chase though.
Yeah, you see, he's gone really low on ERS, down into into the 8%, below 10%. He's going to be flashing. Can be seen from Tony Richet behind. I mean, he's going to be quite low on power out of corner, so it's going to really hurt his ability to overtake. You see, Tony Richet, he's also got low ERS too. It just makes life a lot harder to make your way through the field. Drivers are attempting to do.
The difference is that Tony Richet is light years faster than everybody here. AMS Anthony right on the rear wing of Dallin McTeer as they head through the final couple of corners. Will AMS Anthony be able to get around Dallin McTeer as Super Gaming into the pits? That's interesting. Obviously, he had the spin on lap 1, but I don't doubt that his tires are worn. The question is, though, can he make it to the end on a set of mediums? We'll strap on a set of mediums with 18 laps to go in Hungary. Dallin McTeer sitting in 6th. He's half a second behind Andre. He's got a half a second gap to AMS Anthony. Through turns 6 and 7. Jordan right behind Banter Braden. Tony Richet on the back of that battle. Do you think that Tony Richet can come up through the field?
It's going to be difficult. I don't doubt him if he's going to try for an undercut right now. We'll see if any of these drivers ahead will go for it. Looks like No Name is going to go for the undercut. He's responded to Super Gaming.
So what would you do?
Well, if it was me, it was me, well, you see the tech controls, guys. None of them have box, so now one of them is going to have to stay out longer. Well, actually, They both camp it because we don't know what box they have, so they can just chance it and try and go in the same pit lane. Obviously, with this format, you can end up in the same box as someone. See Antonio Brancati then pit exit, coming in the path of Gloomy, and it looks like he's going to put up a fight. He's got a tire warm up to do. Antonio Brancati needs his mediums to fire up, and it looks like he's just about kept himself ahead. Antonio Richet, who's blocked in the mediums, he's got Jordan in front of him. He's going for a move down the inside. He's left him just about enough room.
Tony Richet got a great exit out of turn 3. He'll go to the outside of... Oh, there's contact! Tony Richet into the wall. They made contact at the entrance of turn 4. And they're both off. Jordan still... He just now got going, but... that was a ton of contact.
And you see all the top 4 into the pit lane now. And that's a virtual safety car, it looks like.
Not a great look for Antonio Richet. Has left the session. It looks like, I can't tell if he's retired or he put it in the wall.
Yeah, I can't tell either. I think that's a put in the wall.
Octavian Ursu the leader, Romeo running second, No Name down to third. So the VSC really played into the hands of the 10 controls guys. AMS Anthony up to fourth though.
Yeah, Romeo's managed to jump No Name here. Now he has a defending job to see. No Name's already on it from the restart. VSC is done. It's green flag racing, and No Name has just got ahead of Romeo. He's pipped him on the start. He was not ready for it.
I think Romeo, it looked to me like Romeo let him go into turn 4, which is the smart move. He knows he's not in the battle with No Name.
I think there's a swap there between Dallin and Antonio as well. But Anthony's up to fourth as well because of that box under the VSC.
Yeah, that's impressive for Anthony in his first drive. The first drive for the VF1 cars. Super Gaming now right on the gearbox of Banter Braden through turn 12. Banter Braden currently sitting behind Gloomy. Gloomy on those 18-lap-old hard tires. Banter Braden might have hit the back of Gloomy. That's going to allow Super Gaming with DRS to go to the inside. His teammate, Andre Mahach, is going to go to the outside. They're 3 wide in turn 1. Mahach might go around the outside of all of them. Mahach with the Thomas Schechter style move around the outside of everybody in turn 1. Banter Braden tried to go to the inside of Gloomy. He was unable to get the move done as Jordan retires in the pits. Super Gaming he tried to get by Gloomy. He's stuck behind Gloomy. Gloomy parking the absolute bus right now through turns 6 and 7. Super Gaming will look to the inside. There's no room on the inside. He might consider the outside, though, like his teammate just did. He'll go to the inside down this back straightaway. Gloomy forces him onto the grass a little bit, but Super Gaming will go through. Banter Braden looked to the outside, couldn't make it stick. Gloomy still not into the pits.
Yeah, Gloomy right now, he's not in this race. He's trying to hold up the pack to allow JP to catch up, but JP's just too far back at the moment.
But what about that move from Andre? Oh, a little bit of contact. Banter Braden snuck up the inside of Gloomy. It looked like Gloomy wasn't prepared for it. They'll go side by side into turn 3. A ton of contact and Gloomy goes around. It looks like he might have just opened the wheel a tiny bit in turn 3. They made contact and Gloomy into the inside wall.
Oh my god, there's contact between Gloomy and Alex Fox Johnson. I'm not sure. Gloomy should have just boxed under the VFC, to be honest. He's just out there He's just wasted an opportunity to box.
I absolutely agree with you, but what about that move from Andre Mahatch to go around the outside of everybody in turn 1?
Yeah, it was a hell of a move. Anthony right now is caught up to Romeo. This is for the podium spot. Romeo now has no DRS to help himself defend. No name has absolutely gone clear of him. There you go. Anthony is burning through the ERS now. He's trying to go for the move here on lap 22. He's going to go to the inside. Romeo's on the outside. It looks like he's not able to put up a fight. Anthony goes through.
I think Romeo's just kind of trying to protect the car right now. He knows Alex Fox Johnson is down in 10th. So 10 Controls will certainly pick up a ton of points here, as it looks like JP is going to go to the outside of Gloomy. Gloomy let him through. The only car Gloomy has let through all day. Romeo currently in 4th, right behind AMS Anthony. AMS Anthony's got an absolute rocket ship of a car. He started mid-pack. He's up to 3rd, and he's only a 2.5 behind No Name.
Yeah, he's made up 7 spots so far in this Hungarian Grand Prix.
AMS Anthony right now running in 3rd. He's pulled a 2nd on Romeo. He's a 2.5 behind No Name as we run lap 23 of 35. AMS Anthony, the fastest lap of the race. He might be able to catch Octavian Ursu up front. It'll be a tall task, certainly. Gap is 3.6 seconds as Dallin McTeer will go to the inside of Antonio in turn 3. And Dallin McTeer becomes the lead NSR car.
Yeah, they swapped around there. Looks like Dallin McTeer either going for a slingshot or just thinks he has more pace. So these guys communicating with each other, trying to extract the most out of their races. Romeo though, he's dropping out. He's down to 27% ERS. He's dropping out of DRS.
Well, you wonder if he maybe used a little bit of fuel early and had to... Maybe he's trying to save fuel, turn the fuel mixture down. As Banter Braden is out of the race. Banter Braden...
Full safety car.
And this is going to be a full safety car.
He's lost it in the wall there. In the final sector. And that is a full safety car. Melon, Itapianusha has stayed out. But Super Gaming's decided to go in. Obviously, if you have another set of mediums, it could work. But track position is so important on this track. I can understand why many have decided not to go for it.
Well, Octavian didn't come in because he was already past the pit lane when the safety car came out. So everybody at the back of the field will come in, strap on a fresh set of mediums, and they'll try and work their way up through this field. We've got 11 laps to go in the Hungaroring from Budapest. It's round 6 of 10 control of the 10 Controls Cup.
What's happened to Dallin McTeer? Is he disconnected? He's lost? I mean, Andre is going to let him back pass at least. Anthony is disconnected.
Ooh.
Oh no.
He needs to reconnect quickly so that we can see him charge through the front two. On this safety car restart, OGK's JP with a 3-second time penalty.
Looks like NSR is having some technical issues, not sure what's going on.
A lot of team cars up at the front. You've got Octavian Arsu in first, Romeo in fourth, NSR is 5-6, VRL is 7-8. Maybe the team strategy comes into play.
I mean, now the field is bunched up again. Basically, Romeo has another shot at sticking with Anthony. And No Name now, once Melon had a 2-second gap, that gap was not going to come down. And now it's changed the game. Fabian has got to pay attention to what's behind him now. He's got No Name right in his wing mirrors. There you go. Finally got it. The whole field is caught up now, so I think we're going to get safety car in this lap. Anthony has rejoined successfully, which is good news.
Safety car in this lap. Lap 25 of 35. 10 to go in Hungary. Octavian Arsu, our leader, will bring us back down to the green flag. No Name running second. AMS Anthony third. Romeo in fourth. Antonio 5th, Dallin McTeer 6th, Super Gaming 7th, Andre Mahach 8th, Alex Fox Johnson 9th. Well, Alex Fox Johnson not 9th, Ghost 9th, and JP in 10th.
Antonio spun himself too.
As Octavian's still slowing everybody down, he took off way late. That allowed the field to pack up. They'll go 3 wide in turn 1 for second. Romeo on the inside. AMS Anthony will get the spot, though, as Romeo tries to go to the inside of No Name. AMS Anthony went way deep into turn 1. He'll lose 2 spots on the exit. Side by side with Romeo in turn 3. AMS Anthony back to third. That allows Dallin McTeer to sweep around the outside of Romeo. Romeo in trouble. He's under threat from Super Gaming now. Right on his rear wing through turn 4. Super Gaming not close enough to make a move. Will he dive up the inside of turn 7? Romeo will cover that off. We've got a yellow flag at the back. As somebody cut the corner. That was Darth Cuman that cut the corner. Alex Fox Johnson is spun at the exit of turn 5. Super Gaming right now running behind Romeo.
Yeah, I think Octavian there was trying to play the team game and time it so that, Andre's gone off track. It looks like he doesn't have damage, but he's been forced off there. And there's Darth Cuman trying to go for a move on JP, but he stayed around the outside. And OG Crow are up into the points, both of them.
Super Gaming is closed in on Romeo. He'll go to the outside in turn 1. Try the long sweeping line. They'll go side by side at the exit of turn number 1. And Super Gaming's got the move done. And he's up into 4th.
Yeah, Dallin McTeer has that 3-second time penalty, and that safety car has not really helped him. Everyone's going to be bunched up even more. He's going to lose more positions because of it.
Absolutely, that VRL car looks so fast right now. But up front, it's Octavian Arsu by about 7 car lengths at the exit of turn 7. No Name running second. AMS Anthony currently third. It's about equidistance from Octavian to No Name as it is from No Name to AMS Anthony. And then about equidistance again back to Dallin McTeer as Super Gaming trying to close in on Dallin McTeer. He's right on his rear wing through turn number 13. He thought about the inside through 13. He might look to the outside in 14. He got a much better exit out of 14. He'll get DRS. He'll go to the inside down the main straightaway. He doesn't have DRS, but he'll use what ERS he has left to take the inside in turn 1. Side by side through turn 1. Super Gaming got the move done. And that VRL car is on the move. Dallin McTeer back to the inside in turn 3. He just thought about it in turn 3. Super Gaming slams the door at the exit of 3. And Super Gaming up into 4th.
AMS Anthony, he's on 75% ERS. He has loads of ERS to play with. And No Name, you just saw that at the corner previously. He's flashing. He's below 10%. No Name struggled to keep up with Octavian Ursu, and he's risking his second position now, because if you have no ERS, and if Anthony times it right, he can be looking at a P2 here.
Anthony might have a little bit of damage, though. Or engine wear. As he's half a second behind No Name. He's got 78% ERS. He'll try and use a combination of the ERS and the DRS down this main straightaway to get by No Name. They both have DRS. He uses ERS. As Ghost will close in on Romeo. He'll go to the inside in turn 1. The APP F1 car will give him plenty of room at the exit of turn 1. But Romeo won't fight it, and Ghost is up to 6th.
Now, Romeo's just getting caught out here. He's not thinking they're close enough behind to go for a move, and they just send it late on the brakes.
The top 4 have broken away from the rest of the field. Octavian Ursu the leader. No Name in 2nd. Anthony 3rd, and Super Gaming in 4th as Antonio gets a 3-second time penalty. Alex Fox Johnson fastest lap of the race, and Antonio is around at the exit of turn number 5. He just got on the curb a little bit.
Oh, No Name's got a 3-second time penalty. There's contact there between JP and Darth. Look, JP's been attacked. He's gone down to P11. I know it's Darth. They were just next to each other.
Back up front, AMS Anthony with a combination of ERS and DRS. He'll sweep to the inside of No Name through turn number 1. They'll battle side by side on the exit. Down the straightaway they go. Oh, there's contact. AMS Anthony into the wall.
Man, that is so unfortunate. That's definitely going to be seen by the stewards. No Name, he's just tagged him and has sent him round. And Super Gaming, he's in P3. He's got no penalties. He's going to have a go himself at No Name.
It's too bad we don't have a replay, because I would so like to see a replay from No Name's perspective. Super Gaming now running in 3rd, provisionally 2nd with the 3-second time penalty. Black and pink ARL car. No Name in 2nd, 1.3 seconds behind Octavian Ursu. I think if AMS Anthony had got him cleanly, he might have been able to challenge for the lead. He had plenty of ERS, but so far it seems like Octavian Ursu is unchallenged up front as Ghost closes in on Dallin McTeer. Through the final corner, Ghost will have DRS and ERS. He looks to the inside, now the outside in turn 1. Super Gaming has gotten around No Name. Ghost and Dallin McTeer will battle at the exit of turn 1. Down the straightaway they go, and Ghost got the move done. AMS Anthony retires in the pits. Ghost up to 4th, Dallin McTeer 5th, but up front, it's Octavian Ursu over Super Gaming by 1.1 seconds. Super Gaming has closed that gap down just a tiny bit. If he can close it down another 10th before the final straight, or before turn 13, he might be in DRS range. Dallin McTeer falling behind Ghost by half a second. No Name with a great potential view of this battle that's developing up front. Dallin McTeer can't catch Ghost. Romeo currently in 6th. He's about 0.6 of a second behind Dallin McTeer. Super Gaming might have gotten DRS. I believe he did. He's got the gap down to 0.8 of a second. As they exit turn 1, Super Gaming beginning to reel in Octavian Arsu. Gap down to 0.6 of a second through turn 3. 3 laps to go in Hungary. Can Super Gaming... He's drawing a bead on the back of that 10 controls car. Can he catch him? Through turn 5. It's half a second. The gap about 4 car lengths as they exit turn 7. Octavian Arsu, unsure of how much ERS he has, but right now, he's got a 0.3 of a second lead out of turn 11. Super Gaming will have DRS and ERS. He made a little bit of mistake out of turn 12. That'll cost him about 1/10 of a second, but it shouldn't matter. He's really close now. At the exit of the final corner, it's about 3 car lengths. Octavian Arsu the leader. Down the main straightaway they go. Octavian will drift just to the inside a tiny bit, and Super Gaming is too far back to make a move, but he'll get right up on the back of Octavian through turn number 1. You couldn't have separated him with a sheet of paper. Through turn 3, we've got a yellow flag. That's for Gloomy around to the exit of turn number 1. But up front, with 2 laps to go, Super Gaming right in the tire tracks of Octavian Arsu through turn 5.
Yeah, Super Gaming, he only needs to be leading this race on the final lap when he crosses the line. So right now, the strategy for him is probably keep in the DRS, recharge the ERS, and go for it on the final lap.
The problem is he's got to recharge his ERS and stay close enough to Octavian Arsu. Yellow flag in Sector 3 is for Antonio Brancati ahead. The leader shouldn't catch him by the final lap. Super Gaming right in the tire tracks of Octavian Arsu through the final couple of corners. He'll have DRS. It's about 2 car lengths at the exit of the final corner. He's closing in on Octavian Arsu. Octavian will defend to the inside. Super Gaming to the outside. Through turn 1, Super Gaming not close enough. He'll try the switchback move to the inside. Octavian covered it off, and the 10 controls car will continue to lead as we're on the penultimate lap from Hungary.
That was it. Super Gaming has drained his ERS. Both of them drained their ERS there. And without an ERS backing you, there's no way you're going for an overtake now. Super Gaming is going to have to settle for second. There's no more power in his MGUK. Oh, Mena's gone deep there. Octavian has gone deep, and he just about made the corner. Super Gaming can't find a way around him.
Super Gaming still has DRS on the main straightaway, regardless of whether each one has ERS. As the exit turn number 11, Super Gaming, he's within 2 car lengths. That's about where he needs to be if he wants a shot to get him into turn 1. They'll head through turn 13. Super Gaming, he's 2 car lengths at the exit of the final corner. They'll both use ERS. Melon just using a little bit of curb on the exit. Super Gaming closing. He'll go to the outside in turn 1. Side by side. He'll try the switchback move. He'll have DRS out of turn number 1. He'll be on the outside for turn 2. He'll go side by side, wheel to wheel. Super Gaming on the outside. He'll have the preferred line through turn 3. He'll try and muscle Octavian just off the track. Octavian defended well. That might have been his final overtaking opportunity, unless he can find a way to dive up the inside of one of these corners. Neither car has ERS. Super Gaming right on the rear wing of Octavian Arsu. He's right in his tire tracks through turn 8 and 9. Super Gaming's gonna have to dive up the inside into turn 12. He's close enough. Can he make the move? Down the back straightaway they go. Super Gaming thought about the inside. He decided better of it. That might be his final opportunity. He'll look to the outside in turn 13. He's not close enough. He's right in the tire tracks of Melon. Through the final corner, he'll have DRS. Will it be enough? Down the main straightaway. Side by side to the line. Melon got it by just 6/100ths of a second.
Whew. Great racing there from Octavian and Super Gaming. Octavian just about came out on top. Super Gaming, great recovery drive after that contact on the first lap. He can't be too upset with how that one turned out. Romeo Gagliotti goes up to P3 on penalties. He manages to get the podium as well for 10 Controls Esports. No Name in P4 goes to P5. Darth Q-Man up to P6. He stayed out of the carnage. Dallin McTeer P7. Looks like he might have picked up another 3 seconds. Kalumi P8. He's just behind Dallin. He had less penalties than him, but it was only 1,000. That was the difference.
That was a great finish.
GG's. That's the closest finish we've had so far this cup.
6/100ths of a second.
Andre and JP managed to get into the top 10 there at the end, so managing to bring at least some points home for the team. Other than that, though, looks like we've ended the Hungarian Grand Prix. We'll see if anybody would like to do some interviews. I'm sure we'd like to hear from some of them. But next week, we're going to be at Barcelona, Catalunya. That one's going to be fun.
Yes, it will.
A similar style track where track position is very important, but a little bit more overtaking opportunities, and we'll see how these drivers fare. Guys, in about an hour's time, we're going to have Tier B. So make sure you guys are there. Thank you everybody for watching this cup race, and we'll be back next week with the 7th round, I believe, of the cup. So see you soon. It's going to be goodbye from me. Goodbye from Adam.
See ya.
See ya.